Live with CDP, a weekly sports and entertainment podcast live on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and on audio via Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and Anchor FM. Now here's your host, Chris Palme.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Season 5, Episode 17 of Live with CDP Sports Talk, brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet, 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Please check out barrycullen.com for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, or give them a call, 519-824-0210, and tell them that Chris Palme, aka CDP, sent you there as well. And also, guys, you can now pre-order the all-electric Cadillac Lyriq and the all-electric Silverado as well. And again, I want to say thank you to Barry Cullen Chevrolet dealership here in Guelph for sponsoring LP Sports Talk as well. So good afternoon, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well on this Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. I'm just waiting on my guest today. He might be afraid. I'm waiting for my guest. His name is Ben Volin. He is a senior NFL writer with the Boston Globe, and he's also an American Press or AP NFL voter. And Ben has also covered the NFL since 2007, and he's also been covering the New England Patriots for 4 of their Super Bowl runs as well. So I'm looking forward to speaking to Ben Volin today about his career with the Boston Globe, covering the National Football League, maybe talking a little bit of NFL playoffs with him today, as well as the 2022 New England Patriots and the direction of going into 2023. And they have a couple of players, Matthew Slater and Devin McCourty, I believe, are both free agents. They are longtime Patriots. Great plan. Who knows if they're going to be back next year as well. So anyways, guys, while we're waiting for Ben to come on, I'm going to show you a little bit of a video clip of my interview from last Friday night at Crossbody Pro Wrestling in Cambridge with a pro wrestler named Nilo. So as we're waiting for Ben to come on, I'm just going to show you my live interview with Nilo from last Friday night's Uproar card in Cambridge. Hey everybody, it's your bro CDP here, Chris Crossbody Pro Wrestling here at 132 Argo Street North in Cambridge. And tonight I have a special guest, Nilo. Nilo is a pro wrestler. Nilo, what were your thoughts on your match tonight with?
Oh, it was a hell of a fight, that's for sure. I wanted to give my all, and I know Tyler expected nothing. Tyler expected nothing less of me, and yeah, I brought it, and he brought it as well.
Have you faced Tyler before?
Thank you. I have not faced Tyler before. Actually, he's one of my coaches. He's the one who pretty much guided me through a lot of my training and a lot of life advice as well. So he's a very good brother.
How's your knee doing right now?
Not bad. I mean, I could put weight on it, so I'm doing fine.
Would you like a rematch with Tyler?
I would absolutely love a rematch with Tyler. Yeah, I felt I could have got it, but my knee gave out. And yeah, next time I'll make sure I'll come out on top.
How did you get into the world of professional wrestling? And did you have somebody that influenced you as a professional wrestler with WWE, AEW, etc.?
Well, I watched wrestling as a kid, but I came across Crossbody Pro Wrestling because a cousin of mine invited me to a show. He was friends with one of the wrestlers, Tornado, I believe his name is. And after watching a show, I was just like, I need to give this a try. And I knew that they doubled as a school, so I definitely was excited for that, and here I am. And in terms of like wrestlers that have influenced me, I watch a lot of like Joshi wrestling. So Kairi Sane is definitely one of them. In terms of like the strong style, Kazuchika Okada, um, and an odd reference is Mr. Ganasuke from FMW. Yeah.
What are some of the hardest aspects of pro wrestling, and what do you enjoy about wrestling the most?
It is the most fun I've ever had. And to be able to call something like this my own makes me overjoyed. And it's a lot of hard work. Again, you come with injuries and uh, even just world issues, right? It took me a long time to get to that debut, and so I'm happy that I wouldn't have gone through it any other way, honestly.
Thoughts on Ben Ortman's?
Love the guy so much. He's my wrestling dad. He's guided me through a lot, and he's been taking me on road trips as well. So yeah, love the guy to death.
Name some of the opponents you've faced before, and who's been your most difficult opponent you've had in the ring so far?
So far, Tyler Thomas for sure. Um, Only because he's probably the second most decorated competitor in crossbody. Mikey Jenkins is a tough competitor, but like him and I believe are on the same level. He's my rival. So we started the same way, and yeah, we made it to the show the same way. So Mikey's a tough competitor. Laurel Cassidy, lovely as hell. She's my best friend, and but definitely Tyler was the bunch.
I was going to say, you guys have tag team together. I guess she had a tough night as well with her loss to Crystal Moon as well, who's her attitude has kind of changed the last couple of weeks.
A little bit, yeah. But Laurel talks to me about it. So tag team match was tough. She fought hard. She's getting so much better. Laurel is, and yeah, like again, we're partners. We're gonna work our way to the top.
Any chance you guys maybe in the future will go for the tag team title belts?
Well, that's an idea, right? Be the first ever mixed gendered tag team champions. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And Nilo, before I let you go, Nilo, I apologize. Nilo, where can my audience find you and follow you on social media?
So both on Twitter and Instagram at elnilo16. You can follow me on Twitch at NileXCapcom / twitch.tv. Yep, that's about it.
Before we wrap this up, tell fans and my audience why they should come out to a crossbody pro wrestling event here at 132 Argyle Street here in Cambridge, North Street.
You should come here because you're going to get for $10 the best indie wrestling you can find around the area.
And I vouch for that as well. Nilo, thank you so much. Nilo, thank you so much for coming. Nilo, thank you so much for coming on live with CDP here interview, and look forward to coming back for the next card, I believe in February. What date is it?
February 6th, I believe.
Okay, first Friday of February here at 132 Argyle Street North in Cambridge. Again, thank you to Nilo for coming on, and thank you guys for watching us, and we'll see you guys this week for another edition of Live with CDP Sports Talk. Okay, guys, that clip was courtesy of my YouTube channel, the Chris Pame YouTube channel, or Live with CDP Sports Talk on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe and like notification as well. Guys, I apologize. I'm not sure if my guest, Ben Volin, a senior NFL writer with the Boston Globes since 2007. I'm not sure he's going to be able to come on this afternoon to talk with us. So I'm just going to talk for a little bit about the National Football League and some sports as well. I guess last night Dallas won 31-14 over Tampa Bay. The first Cowboys road playoff win on the road since February 17th, 1993. I believe 10,956 long days before the Cowboys won. And as much as I dislike the Cowboys being an Eagles fan, go Birds. The Cowboys probably played their best game of the season last night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. 31-17, the final score. So Dallas goes on and takes on another old rival in the San Francisco 49ers next Sunday night at 6:30 Eastern from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California as well. So the NFL game will be I think Saturday at 4:30. I'm going to put this on here, guys. I got the graphics here. 1 second. I'm going to put them on here. So, yeah, the NFL divisional round starts Saturday, January 21st. The Jaguars at the Chiefs at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC. And at 8:15 Saturday night, Giants and Eagles on Fox. And then Sunday, January 22nd at 3 p.m., you have Cincinnati at Buffalo on CBS with Romo and Nance. And at 6:30 Eastern, you have Dallas at San Francisco on Fox as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Guys, I'm going to give you my predictions of the NFL games. I know Bills Mafia is not going to be too happy with me, but I've got Cincinnati winning this game in Buffalo 31-20. I just think the Cincinnati Bengals right now are a better football club on both sides of the ball. And the 9 minutes they did play against Buffalo, they were up 7-3, and they moved the ball on Buffalo's defense. And if I'm a Bills fan, I'm concerned about that offensive line. The Bills' offensive line gave up 20 pressures and 7 sacks to the Miami front four. And then Josh Allen threw 2 more interceptions and a fumble that cost him 7 points as well. So Buffalo is capable of winning this game against Cincinnati, but if Buffalo interceptions, fumbles the ball, they're not going to get away with that against Cincinnati. So for Buffalo to have a chance to win at home against Cincinnati, they have to play a clean game. No interceptions, no turnovers, and they got to protect Josh Allen better. You can't expect to win playoff games when your quarterback is pressured 20 times, sacked 7 times, and then throws a couple of picks and then fumbles the ball that cost you 7 points as well. So I think the key of that game is if Buffalo can play a clean game with turnovers and their offensive line can sort of protect Josh Allen, I think they have a chance to win the game. But I'm going with Cincinnati 31, Buffalo 20. So Cincinnati 31, Buffalo 20. And I get the other games. I got the Eagles, Eagles fly, take on the Giants. The Eagles are 15-3 against the Giants in their last 18 meetings. The Giants and Eagles, sure, the Eagles won as well. And also, guys, the Eagles have won 9 straight games against the Giants at the Link. So the Giants upset Minnesota. They got their playoff win, the first playoff win since 2011. But I think reality sets in Philadelphia. I think the Eagles win this game 24-17. So I got the Eagles 24, Giants 17 as well. Another game I want to talk to you guys about, Kansas City, Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville can be competitive in this game. I think they can keep the score reasonable, but you got to go with the Chiefs at home with the Chiefs Super Bowl experience and all that talent and Patrick Mahomes. I think the Chiefs are going to end the Cinderella Jaguar season. Kansas City should win this game 31-17. I do think the Jags are going to be competitive. I think they're going to keep the score reasonable, but I just think their Cinderella season is going to end at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City on Saturday afternoon at 4:30. So Kansas 30-31, Jacksonville 17, guys. And then the fourth game I want to talk to you guys about is going to take place Sunday night, 6:30 Eastern on Fox from Levi's Stadium in San Francisco. San Francisco, Dallas. Last year, the Niners eliminated their longtime rival Cowboys at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. And this time, Dallas has to travel out to Santa Clara, California, which is a suburb of San Francisco. Niners on the road. I'm going to go with the Niners to win this game. I think San Francisco is a much better football club than Tampa Bay is. I think San Francisco is really solid defensively and offensively. And Brock Purdy, as long as Brock Purdy does not throw interceptions or fumble the balls, if he can play a clean, and they got Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, etc. They got good weapons. I think San Francisco is going to win this game, but this is going to be a nail biter. I think it's going to be San Francisco 30, Dallas 28. I think it's going to come down to the end of the game. Whoever has the ball last against Dallas, San Francisco is going to win this game. So again, guys, CDP's predictions for this weekend: Cincinnati 31-20 over Buffalo, Eagles 24-17 over the Giants, Kansas City 31-17 over the Jaguars, and San Francisco escapes with a 30-28 win over Dallas. I do see the one road win. The home team's winning 3 out of the 4 games, but I'm convinced Cincinnati is a better football club than the Buffalo Bills. And Josh Allen, I'm going to say this, guys. I'm going to say this now, but Buffalo Bills' best opportunity to win a Super Bowl was last year when Brian Daboll was still the offensive coordinator. Josh Allen was playing at an MVP level. Josh Allen wasn't throwing interceptions or getting sacked or fumbling the ball. Honestly, they missed an opportunity last year. If they had beaten the Kansas City Chiefs, I do believe they would have beat Cincinnati and beat the Rams and been Super Bowl champions. So Buffalo missed a great opportunity last year, not only to get to the AFC Championship game for the second straight year, but to get to the Super Bowl and actually win a Super Bowl, because Josh Allen last year had a career year, especially in the postseason as well. He was playing like an MVP, but I just don't think the Bills right now, with their offensive line not being able to run the ball consistently, letting Allen get sacked 7 times, and Buffalo's defense gave up a lot of big plays to Skylar Thompson as well, a third string quarterback as well. So, and Cincinnati's got Javar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Burrow as well. So again, guys, I'm going to read these off quick. Cincinnati 31-20 over Buffalo, Philadelphia 24-17 over the Giants, Kansas City 31-17 over the Jaguars, and San Francisco in a nail biter 30-28 over the Dallas Cowboys as well. There's some NFL news today, guys. Today, the Los Angeles Chargers did fire Joe Lombardi, their offensive coordinator, and their quarterback coach Shane Day. Both are gone. And I've heard some news from Tampa Bay. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but Brian Leftwich allegedly is going to be out as the Tampa Bay offensive coordinator as well. I expect to be more changes in Tampa Bay next year with the Buccaneers, especially having an 8-9 regular season and then getting hammered 31-14 last night by the Dallas Cowboys. That was Tom Brady's second worst playoff loss in his NFL career. Tom Brady now has played 48 postseason games, by far the most in NFL history. 35 wins for Brady, 7 Super Bowl wins, obviously, 10 Super Bowl appearances, and only 13 defeats in the playoffs. So he's had an amazing career, and in the postseason, 35-13. And that's only the 4th time in Tom Brady's NFL career he's been one playoff game and done. I'm honestly don't think Tom Brady's going to retire like this. I do think Tom Brady will come back and play one more year. And I think it's going to be with these 2 teams, guys. I think it's either going to be with the Miami Dolphins or it's going to be with the San Francisco 49ers. Miami, because they got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Miami is set up even for next year to be a very good team. And Miami is not far from Tampa Bay. And it's a warm, and Tom Brady knows the AFC East very well. So I think Miami is a possibility, especially with Tulo's concussion history. And then also, guys, I think the San Francisco 49ers, you guys are like, why? You got Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. Jimmy G is not going to be back. Trey Lance is still unproven. Fortunately, he's been hurt a lot. And Brock Purdy, well, he's doing well right now. But honestly, I think Brady plays one more year in San Francisco or Miami. I can't see him going to the Raiders. I know he likes Josh McDaniels, head coach, was their longtime offensive coordinator in New England. But I really see I really see Brady. The Raiders are not a Super Bowl contender yet. I know they have Devontae Adams. They have some nice pieces with the Las Vegas Raiders, but I really think Brady does come back one more year. Is going to be with the AFC East Miami Dolphins or the San Francisco 49ers for one more year. I think one more year. I can't see him in one to leave the National Football League on such a sour note like last night. I guess the 66 passes last night was the most he's ever attempted in a playoff game. 66 passes. I believe Brady was what, for 35 for 66 for 355 yards, 2 touchdown passes, 1 interception. If you look at those stats, not bad, but it took him 66 passing attempts to get 355 yards. And he did throw a red zone interception in the end zone as well. So full hats off to the Dallas Cowboys. Their defense played well the entire night. And Micah Parsons was a factor, and they sacked Brady a number of times, and Curse got the interception in the end zone. And I think there was a fumble too, but I think Tampa Bay recovered it. But really, I got to give the Devils recruit. I got to give the Dallas Cowboys credit. Their first road playoff win again since January 17th, 1993. First time in 9 road playoff games they won a game. So, but Dallas is going to have a much tougher battle against the San Francisco 49ers this Sunday night at 6:30. San Francisco can run the ball, they can pass the ball, and San Francisco has a very good defense as well. And but I got to give them credit, and that should be a great game too, as well, guys. So, all right, guys, like I do with all my podcast shows, I'm going to just let you guys know. Unfortunately, guys, I don't know if Ben's going to come on today. So I'm going to try to talk to Ben Volin again and see if we can reschedule him as well. But I just want to let you know, live with CDP Sports Talk right now is live streamed on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. I want to say thank you to everyone watching on these 5 platforms. And also later on, guys, let me do this right here. Live with CDP podcasts. The audio version is downloaded to iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Anchor FM, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Spotify, Castbox, LinkedIn, Stitcher, Tuned In, and Podbean as well. And I want to say thank you to everybody again for watching this on my live stream feeds and also later on my audio platforms as well. So Live with CDP podcast is now on 19 platforms and also being listened to around the world by 21 countries. So thank you so much for everybody from around the world listening to Live with CDP Sports Talk as well. Also, guys, you could follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chris Palme, or Live with CDP Sports Talk as well. You guys can also follow me on LinkedIn. Just type in Chris Palme, and I'll accept your invite to connect on LinkedIn as well. Anybody has comments or questions about my podcast show, you guys can email me at cpalme, that's cpalme, POMAY 19 at gmail.com as well. StreamYard is the official live stream provider of Live with CDP Sports Talk podcast. If you're into webinars or podcasting, check out StreamYard customer service, and it's an excellent product for your podcast or webinar as well. You can also follow me on TikTok, as I mentioned, guys, at Live with CDP. Type in either site, CDP or Live with CDP on TikTok as well. Again, Live with CDP Sports Talk is brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Check out barrycullen.com for the newest selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, or give them a call at 519-824-0210, or even go down and see Nathan Law, salespersons down at Barry Cullen Chevrolet. Nathan's a really good guy. He's a friend of mine, good guy, and he's somebody I would trust with purchasing a vehicle from Barry Cullen Chevrolet as well. Also, you guys can check out my website, beacons.ai. Chris D. Palme. All my work is on my Beacons website. If you want to check me out, my YouTube channel, all my media sites, and all my digital content is there as well. Also, guys, I'm going to wrap this show up in a few minutes. Again, I apologize. My guest, Ben Volin, was supposed to come on today, but he must have had another commitment. He must have had another commitment come up. So I'm hoping to reschedule with Ben in the future, guys. And my next live with CDP Sports Talk is going to be next week, but to be announced. So next live with CDP Sports Talk, I'm going to do one next week with a guest to be announced. So stay tuned as well. Also, guys, last night, Dallas kicker Brett Maher, I think Maher, if that's how you pronounce his name. He's a former kicker with the CFL's Hamilton Tiger Cats, missed 4 extra points. Brett is now the 3rd kicker in NFL history to miss 4 extra points in a game. Obviously, he did that last night against Tampa Bay, 2023. The other 2 kickers, guys, Philadelphia Eagles kicker Sam Baker in 1964 extra points in the playoff game. And the third one was Minnesota's Rick Danmeyer in 1980. He missed 4 extra points as well. Now, they did talk to Jerry Jones after the game last night against Tampa Bay, and I believe he's got full confidence in Brett Mayer, along with Mike McCarthy as well. But I'm going to tell you this, the game against the Niners is not going to be a blowout, and you don't want to lose a football game on a missed field goal or a missed extra point. So his confidence has got to be shaky right now. He actually missed an extra point against Washington the week before. So he actually missed 5 consecutive extra points for last night. And then their last touchdown, he did hit the extra point, but he's on very shaky ground with the Cowboys right now. And during the playoffs, you really can't afford to miss extra points. And in most close playoff games, those 4 extra missed points last night could have cost Dallas. Obviously, they didn't with Dallas winning 31-14. But yeah, so again, Brett Maher, Sam Baker, and Minnesota's Rick Danmeyer are the only 3 kickers in NFL history to miss 4 extra points in a game as well. And again, if you missed the news today, the Chargers relieved Joe Lombardi as their offensive coordinator and also their quarterback coach, Shane Day, as well. It looks like they're going to keep their head coach for another season as well, Brandon Staley, I believe. And Tampa Bay allegedly let Brian Leftwich out as the Tampa Bay offensive coordinator today as well. Also, guys, before I wrap this up, guys, this is the first time since 2009 that Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady both didn't win a single playoff game. That's hard to believe. 2009 is the last time. Obviously, Rodgers didn't make the playoffs this year, and Brady played last night and lost. So 2009 was the last time Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady's both future first ballot Hall of Fame quarterbacks did not win a playoff game as well. As for the NFL Coach of the Year, guys, everybody's talking about Brian Daboll. I have no issues with that. He got the Giants to a 9-7-1 record. 9-7-1 record and into the playoffs and beating Minnesota. But I think Doug Peterson, I really think the NFL Coach of the Year should be co-winners. I think Brian Daboll for getting the Giants to 9-7-1 and obviously winning a playoff game, and Doug Peterson. The Jaguars were like, 3-8 at one point, and they won 6 straight games and won the AFC South at 9-8. And then they came back from 27-0 at home to beat the Chargers. So to me, the NFL Coach of the Year should be co-winners. Brian Daboll from the Giants and Doug Peterson from the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm still a big fan of Doug Peterson. And I really hope the Jags can upset the Chiefs on Sunday, but we'll see what happens there. But as well, guys, here's some other facts about Tom Brady's worst playoff losses. These are CDP's Tom Brady's 3 worst playoff losses in his career. Number 1, I would say the 2009. These are minus Super Bowl losses. I know Super Bowl losses are big, but these are the ones that he lost by the most points. The 2009 AFC wildcard game, the Ravens went into New England and beat them 33-14. And then obviously last night's game against Dallas, 17-point loss was the second biggest in his life. So, and then the third one, I would say the third worst playoff loss in Tom Brady's career, when it goes back to the 2012 AFC title game, the Ravens 28, the Patriots 13 as well. Tom Brady, by the way, I don't know about his high school days, but I know Brady when he was with Michigan, for the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan was 40-9 with Tom Brady on their roster, 20-5 as a starter. So his 4 years in Michigan, he never lost. And then in the NFL until this year, this is Tom Brady's first losing professional season in the NFL. Coast Michigan 0, and then today this is his first losing season. Obviously, the Bucks won their division, going 8-9 in the regular season, 0-1 in the playoffs. So 8-10 overall for Brady and the Bucks this year. So Brady has not experienced a lot of losing under 500 seasons. This is his first ever under 500 season in the National Football League and in pro football. And going back to his Michigan days, his 4 years there, Michigan was 40-9 and 20-5 with Brady as a starter as well. I know a lot of people are saying it's time for Brady to retire. I still think he can play at a good level if he's got a team set up to win. And again, guys, CDP says I think he's either going to end up with the Miami Dolphins or the New England Patriots as well. So we'll see what happens there as well. But again, guys, again, I apologize for my guest Ben Volin from the Boston Globe. Obviously, something came up with Ben's schedule. He is quite busy working for the Boston Globe. He does cover the National Football League and the New England Patriots as well. And we'll see what's going to go on with the Patriots with Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, Matt Patricia, and Bill Belichick. I do expect to see changes on the Patriots coaching staff, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with Devin McCourty and Matthew Slater, two longtime New England Patriots players, whether they come back next year or not. And we'll see what happens with Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones, if he has the right offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, I think Mac Jones could be a very good quarterback in the National Football League as well. And you know what? Ironically, what did the Patriots in this year? Everybody talks about the Bills game eliminating them, but New England was up 24-17 on the Vegas Raiders with a minute 54 left, and they let the Raiders tie the game up at 24-24. And then the crazy lateral play from Stevenson to Jacoby Myers that got picked off by Chandler Jones of the Raiders, and that cost him the game. And that lateral interception cost the Patriots the game and their chance to be in the playoffs. New England finishes 8-9 this season. Since Tom Brady left after the 2019 season, the Patriots have played 50 regular season games, 25 wins, 25 losses, 500 record, and they're also 0-1 in the playoffs after Tom Brady as well. So they're really 25-26 in 51 games after Tom Brady left the New England Patriots as well. So New England, I expect some changes with their coaching staff and their personnel as well. So again, guys, I'm looking forward to the games this weekend, and I'm going to just quickly run them off before I get going here, guys. Cincinnati 31-20 over Buffalo. Philadelphia 24-17 over the Giants, Kansas City 31-17 over the Jaguars, and San Francisco in a squeaker 30-28 over the Dallas Cowboys. Again, I want to apologize, and I'm going to hopefully try to reschedule with Ben Volin from the Boston Globe to possibly come back on my podcast show another time as well. It is a busy time of the year for Ben covering the National Football League and still dealing with the New England Patriots as well. And also what's going to happen with Tom Brady in the offseason. And I still feel Tom Brady is going to play one more season, either with Miami or his childhood team, the San Francisco 49ers. But again, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody watching live with CDP Sports Talk here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn, and later on all my audio platforms as well. Also, before I wrap this up, guys, I am looking for some Guelph local area businesses in Guelph, Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge area. I'm looking for some more sponsors for Live with CDP Sports Talk as well. I do have Barry Cullen on board, and I'm hoping to get a couple more local businesses to sponsor my podcast show as well. And also, guys, I'm looking for individual or a business that can help me create a new podcast opening video with a voiceover and some new music on here as well. So I'm trying to update my podcast show as well. So if anybody knows anybody out there that can help me create a new opening video, voiceover, and new music for my opening video, that would be great as well. So, and that's about it, guys. Again, I apologize for my guest, Ben Volin. I'm going to hopefully try to be able to reschedule with Ben again, but it is a busy time of the year for Ben, especially with the National Football League playoffs and with Tom Brady as well. But again, guys, Live with CDP podcast, the audio version is downloaded to iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Anchor FM, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Spotify, Castbox, LinkedIn, Stitcher, Tuned In, and Podbean as well. Also, guys, my next Live with CDP Sports Talk will be next week. I'm looking for more guests. So if anybody out there knows of somebody that would like to come on live with CDP Sports Talk, please DM me or email me at cpame19@gmail.com, as I'm always looking for new guests to come on live with CDP Sports Talk as well. And the National Basketball League of Canada, the London Lightning, the defending champions, will open up their 2020-23 season this Thursday night at 7 o'clock, I believe, at Budweiser Gardens against those undefeated 3-0 Sudbury 5 team led by former Albany platoon player AJ Mosby. So check out the Sudbury 5 London Lightning NBL of Canada game this Thursday night, 7 o'clock from the Budweiser Gardens in London. Game will be on NBLC TV as well, if you'd like to watch it on live stream as well. That's about it, guys. Again, thank you everybody for watching and listening to Live with CDP Sports Talk. Again, thank you to my guest yesterday, Becca Alec, a middle blocker defender for the University of Nebraska Cornhuskers, for coming on live with CDP podcast as well. And I hope you guys can check out my podcast with Becca as well. So that, guys, again, hopefully we'll see you guys either later this week with another podcast show. I'm working hard on more guests, or definitely next week as well. But I hope everybody has a great afternoon, great evening, and look forward to being back on Live with CDP Sports Talk very soon with more guests coming on as well. And today was my season 5, episode 17, my 230th episode of all time as well. So, all right, guys, have a great afternoon, great evening, and we'll talk to you soon on my social media pages as well. And please check out WordPress/Live with CDP Sports Talk, as I wrote an article last night about, is this the end of the GOAT Tom Brady as well. I did an article, so please check that out as well on Word/Live with CDP podcast as well. All right. Have a great day, great afternoon, guys. Go Birds, fly Eagles, fly, and looking forward to the playoff games this weekend. And also, guys, before I go, check out the Frosty mug between Guelph Griffins and Wooden Hawks this Thursday night at 7 o'clock at the Sleeman Center. It's a huge event for the University of Guelph, and it should be a good hockey game against Gordon Hawks. 7 o'clock at the Sleeman Center, and you can also watch it on OUA hockey online streaming as well. I will be doing camera work on Thursday at the Sleeman Center for Griff Vision as well. All right, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you next time on the next edition of Live with CDP Sports Talk, brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet here in Guelph. Have a great day, guys.